Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the Supreme Arena defenses I've come up with for this week, leading it all for the free-to-play teams. So free-to-play team number 1 is going to be a Graveborn team, Spirit marking the Siren in order to apply his debuffs and get that Graveborn Phantomal damage value. We have Nero protecting the Graveborn Phantomal and boosting his range damage. And we have Citrana. Now Citrana, the reason why I'm actually really liking her in these Graveborn teams is she's going to provide that additional vitality debuff, basically making the enemy's healing almost useless and making it easier for you to nuke off enemies, even if they go for a more stall oriented comp, which sometimes would be able to out heal the damage from your Graveborn team. We do also have Urshel as well for protection. Siren is still going to charge up his energy pretty quickly and hopefully get off an ultimate. And then we have Ludovic for healing and Bonnie for more debuff value onto the enemy team. Okay, moving on to team number 2, we have another Graveborn team here, running it with Shadewing, the Graveborn Phantom buffing up Shadewing. You can run Shadewing even if he's at lower copies. We have Callan here just for more protection of the whole team. We have the twins, Stellar bonding everyone because this map will allow you to do that. Damon buffing up the Graveborn Phantom further. And then we have Aurora just as kind of like some damage, and she will be tanking with her different summons. That was my whole idea behind this team, and because, you know, a lot of free-to-play players do have twins, do have Aurora, you can make use of them decently well in PvP as well. And moving on to Team 3, this is going to be the Frieren team, and like I talked to you guys about in my Clash Friends updated teams, definitely now I'm liking having Theodore buffing, boosting energy of Frieren in a wild comp to be the best version for Frieren. We have the ultimate damage boost from the Phantomal, we have Ravion further increasing the attack of your Frieren, and then also Lilymay, and then we even have Pheromore for another, you know, attack buff to Frieren. The whole idea behind this comp is that Frieren is going to nuke them. And also, we want to make sure Theodore is frontmost like he is in this position here, because then he's going to get the defensive magic buff of Frieren, and he's going to be really difficult to take down. And Star Shower Spell just for more nuking power. That is the whole idea behind the team comp. I think these should do really well, and honestly, I have noticed that, you know, Theodore boosting Frieren comps are kind of outperforming and beating those Pandora teams, and so that's why rather than using Pandora teams or recommending them, I'm just recommending not to do that. Now, you might be thinking, well, what if, you know, the enemy has Lilymay, they can interrupt your Frieren. That is true, but then she can actually charge up a second ultimate pretty quickly as well. So that's always, you know, some value for that. Okay guys, so for the mid-level of teams, we have the same team number 1 because I think it is a really good option, again, with the protective, like defensive Urshel spell. Yeah, this is a good team. You're going to be spreading debuffs rapidly. Siren will be able to get off an ultimate pretty soon, and that could be the killing blow. And Citrana's debuffs are really going to counter those stallish or enemy healing team comps. Moving on to Team 2, this is going to be different, and now I'm making use of Tossie with Bulwark Spell. Now, Tossie is a hero which, you know, some long-term players do have Tossie built and even Paragon upgraded her because she was good in PvP. And I think now she can still be good in PvP, but rather than like as your primary carry, you use her in as a bit of a staller and some bonus damage. And so if you use her in that way, she's actually very effective. We're going to have her with the Bulwark Spell, and there's a lot of shielding on this comp. Damon, Callan, all are going to be shielding, even the twins, and so Tossie's going to get more and more shields from the Bulwark Spell effect. And she's going to be tankier, and also, you know, this map effect is also beneficial for her. And she's definitely going to stall out for quite some time while the Graveborn Phantom will be getting off his damage, and hopefully she'll be able to clean people up towards the end. That is a whole game plan behind this team comp. Should be a good, effective option. And then moving on to Team 3, we have the Frieren comp, but this is going to be better than the free-to-play version because we're going to be using it with Celise. Celise definitely is going to synergize better in this team. It's going to provide more attack, health, and even, like, you know, tankiness, healing for your team, and that is going to make your team even more difficult to deal with. We still do have Ravion buffing up the Frieren and the Lilymay in the back, and Star Shower as well for another temporary buff. Blue Mother Phantom buffing up the energy and the ultimate damage of Frieren. Frieren is going to absolutely demolish enemies, and even if the enemy runs Lilymay, okay, fine. I mean, your Frieren is going to get interrupted, but then your Frieren is going to already begin charging her second ultimate, so this is probably also going to get off the free ultimate too, and then you also have Lilymay to interrupt their ultimate, so even if they're going for like an ultimate comp and denying you, their ultimate is also going to be denied with your Lilymay. So that is going to be an effective strategy, definitely, that you can run. So that's going to be it for the mid teams. Now we're going to move on to the pay win teams. But before we do that, if you think about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thank you all so much for your support. Okay guys, so now we have the pay to win teams, and you might be looking at this, is this also really similar to the other free-to-play teams? It sort of is, but not really that much. It is still a Citrana comp, because honestly, like I'm telling you guys, that vitality debuff is really going to synergize well with the damage over time your Greyborn Phantom is going to be inflicting. It is going to be able to shred through even tanky stall out comps, and that's really important. We have Damon buffing up your Greyborn Phantom, marking the Shadewing, who is basically the best debuffer to be marked by the Phantom. We have Athalia in the back on this tile, and then we have the Zoria here, just to be that stall factor. Now, one thing you might be noticing is, where's Pandora? We've been using Pandora and Zoria combo for like probably the last month and a half in Supreme Arena, and now I've decided, actually, I think it's probably more effective having a hero like Citrana. The thing is, what I noticed with the Pandora team is that you just lack the damage, and Pandora boosting even the attack of Zoria by 100% by giving her that 1000 energy, that is still not enough to clean up enemy stall teams. Zoria's damage your own is just not that good, so it's better to, rather than, you know, trying to double down on Zoria's damage, just use Zoria for her tanking role, which is what she excels at, and then bring the damage from other means, like Citrana's debuff, like denying the healing. That's basically what you're doing. Earthshell spell for that added protection. That's really good. Moving on to Team 2. Team 2, we're going to run Perseus, because, yeah, now, again, this may be somewhat debatable. However, I've really just been noticing that these hard nuking teams, they counter a lot of enemies. Like, you have to move fast if you want to keep up in this meta, because right now the meta is really fast clearing comps like Freerin carry comps, or even if, you know, people go for a Dunlinger type team, Dunlinger is also going to get completely destroyed by Perseus. The only, like, basically, the way to deal with a Perseus team or these hard nuking teams is you just run, like, you know, Alna protecting your hyper carry and some more things for protection, and yeah, this team is gonna go down, but you only have one Alna to go around. You can't use an Alna on every team, and so, like, even if they use it up here, they're gonna be weak on the other two teams. And this team, it basically, it deals well with a lot of top PvP teams. That's why I'm running it. But obviously it has its counters as well. The thing in this game, basically everything has its counters. And if you try to build a defense which is uncounterable, actually what will end up happening is that you're basically not going to be that great into anything. You're just going to be ending up spreading yourself thin, trying to have one unit to counter this thing, one unit to counter this thing, and then you don't have the synergy you need to actually, when you get a good matchup, to blow them up. And that's basically it. When we get a good matchup, this team is unbeatable, but obviously they're going to be counters to it as well. And then moving on to Team 3, this one is probably the closest thing there is to an uncounterable team. It is, of course, still counterable. This is not like, you know, an Exodia, but it is as close as I can get to an Exodia comp, using basically the Himmel Freerin combo, which is really good. Alna protecting the Freerin, Skyclaws Vandal buffing Freerin, then we got Gunner up front with the Bulwark spell. He's going to be shielding everyone from the beginning of the battle, and then Contest as well, fully invincible. This comp is very difficult to deal with. Like, I mean, anything you try and think about bringing into this, it has a way of dealing with that. And that's why this is the closest thing there is probably to the Exodia comp, but like, even then, of course, with enough testing, with enough combos, you are going to be able to find a way to break even a team like this. But this is my favorite team. And even in regular arena, a team like this is absolutely disgusting, basically. So yeah, these teams are really good. And it just really shows you the strong PvP heroes in the meta, which are Alna, Gunner, and Contest. These trio are actually the strongest 3 PvP heroes in the meta that can basically work. Like, if you run Gunner, Contest, Alna, you can run it with basically anything. You can have a carry to be protected by Alna. You can have Alna protecting Gunner even if you want. And you can run like a whatever else you want, Dunlinger or whatever. But basically the core is Alna, Gunner, Contest, because Contest is going to eventually silence enemies. And if they don't have the damage, they're just going to get stalled out. This is the other thing. You might think this is a full nuking hypercarry comp, But it isn't actually. It's a hybrid because what you try to do is you clean up enough enemies to have them lack the damage, and then they will just not be able to kill Gunner contests. You're going to have so much shielding on Gunner. Gunner's also getting the defensive magic of Freerin. And it's just all as haste debuffing them, like they're just not gonna really be able to get through, and that is a whole game plan. So anyway guys, that is gonna be it for this video. Hopefully it's helpful and you are able to do well in Supreme Arena this week. If you have any other teams you're planning, you can feel free to share formation ID in the comment section. That's always interesting to see. But yeah, good luck guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then everyone, peace out for now.